My name's and today, Arin.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, it's good to meet you for the first time ever.
Yes. How do you refer to yourself? Is it YouTube gamer, professional gamer?
I just say comedian.
Comedian?
Just because then people are like, oh, you know, there's nowhere to go there.
Right.
So but once I say like I'm a YouTuber or something,
Right.
they're like, oh, what? How do you? So what's the deal with? How do you make?
Can you describe what it is that you do?
Okay. We play video games and then we commentate over it in a hilarious manner.
How did you come up with your channel name, Game Grumps?
It was about me and the original co-host, John. We argued all the time. And so we were
Good
just like,
friendships.
we should just call it Game Grumps because we're always like
Grumpy.
yelling.
What sets you apart from other gamers on YouTube?
I feel like what sets us apart a little bit is that we don't give a shit. I feel like there's a sort of desire to like chase trends and stuff, which is fine, but we
More views.
just don't care, so we just kind of do whatever.
I feel like you have a legendary status because of that.
Wow, that's really sweet. Oh man, was that on your notes?
That came right from the heart.
Is there a purpose? But is it just a prop that you're carrying a notebook?
My notepad?
So it's like I wrote these down, but it's really on your phone.
I need to look professional. What's the most difficult part about being a YouTube gamer?
Mental health. I feel like most people who do stuff in the public eye, who perform, have some sort of insecurity about being seen and getting immediate feedback about your performance or about who you are. You know, it's like a knife when somebody gets like exactly what you feel about yourself.
Yeah,
like
your biggest insecurity. There's one person that says the perfect thing. You're like, I was worried about that, and I didn't think anyone else noticed, so therefore I thought that it wasn't.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Like they can see right through me. You know, keeping a distance from that has been the biggest challenge.
Do you not look at comments? Does that help?
No. So I have people that sort of look at the feedback for me because like I don't want to not be connected to what our community is saying, but I can't be immediately connected to it.
That's super helpful. I wish I had that. I look at all my comments and you know, the positive comments are fantastic and I love them and I appreciate them, but then every once in a while there's that comment that says that thing.
So it's hard enough to deal with that on your own, you know, to go to therapy and like and talk to a therapist and be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling. But to get that from the world coming at you all at once is like it's too much.
On average, how much gaming do you do in a day?
When we're recording, it's like a 6 or 7 hour recording day.
Does it ever get to the point where it's unenjoyable because it's just too much gaming in one day? Too much gaming?
No, not really. I mean, because Dan and I, we've been doing this for so long and we're such good friends that it just feels like hanging out.
Can you do an impression of what it's like when you play games with the cameras and lights off? Stormtrooper wants to know, do you have legs? Oh! And he's got painted nails. Prime content. What's been your most bizarre fan interaction?
There was one, I was doing a signing a long time ago. This kid came up and, you know, people are always like, sign my arm, I'm gonna get tattooed or whatever. And he was like, you saw my leg? And I was like, yeah, I guess I've never had anybody ask me to sign their leg before, sure. And then he just went,
oh!
and I was like, hell yeah!
Nice.
Signed his prosthetic leg.
Do you play any games that you don't enjoy just because you know it'll perform well with your audience?
It's funny you ask that because, well, I have a reputation for, like, I'm like the angry guy that like that plays the frustrating games and shouts at them.
You like those games?
Well, there's something cathartic about like screaming at a video game, right? Because it's like it's not a person. It's not gonna like. It's not gonna have its feelings hurt. It's fun to like get to that place to sort of like be like, this shit, and throw the controller in.
A lot of people think the idea of watching someone play games online rather than playing it themselves is just insane. Why do you think so many people enjoy watching you play games?
Nobody wants to be lonely. Even I do it sometimes. I was away from my wife and everyone, and I was like staying somewhere alone in a hotel room, and I was like I couldn't sleep, and so I turned on like a friend's Twitch stream just because I was like, oh, they're here. This is cool. And then I like fell asleep like a baby.
And how do your parents feel about you being a YouTube gamer and just your career?
They're stoked.
Really?
Yeah, they're like my biggest stalkers, like e-stalkers. They're like checking all my posts and all the replies, and they'll text me and they'll be like, this guy was an asshole. And I'm like,
You're like, I didn't know about him until you said something.
Yeah, that's
Don't tell me. What would you say to someone who thinks YouTube gamers are lazy people who just record themselves doing something they would just do in their spare time?
I just got no interest in that discourse, man. Like, it's like we work hard, and it's really difficult to sort of convey that for people to understand. That's just always going to be the case because it's just like you just play games for a living. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like you can't argue with that. We just play the games for a living. You're totally right.
Yeah.
But also, you know, I have 4 companies now, and I'm, you know, participating in each one. We have a game dev department. We have, you know, social media. We have streaming. We have recording videos. We have merchandise. So it's like I'm running all those and air traffic controlling.
I have been out of the loop for a while with games, and everyone has been asking me to do a Fortnite dance. I was wondering if you could help teach me one.
Does this say floss? Here, check it out.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah. Yo, shout yourself out. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Subscribe to Game Grumps. YouTube.com/Game Grumps. Go ahead and check it out.
Thank you so much, Arin.
Press the like. Do it. You're not doing it. I can see you. Thank you.